think you should have this back. After all, it belonged to your mother.
It is not in the Vulcan custom to receive again that which was given as a gift.
I think he's more human in this film than he's been in the others, and that's you know, in the first film he was struggling with feelings of anger, obviously, and in the second film he was really put in a position where he had to fight for his crew in a very real and physical way. And this film is just, I think it's just the quietest, most emotional version of him. The journey of Spock in this movie is really defined by one particular incident, and I think he is sort of, yeah, in a limbo at the beginning. He's in a limbo in his relationship with Uhura. He's in a limbo with regard to where he wants to put his energies and focus, and what he wants to do to serve the greater good. And then through the course of this story, one specific incident really throws that into a kind of question for himself, and he spends a lot of the film reckoning with that.
Approaching ultimate. Class M planet. Massive subterranean development, but limited to no life forms on the surface.
Proximity alert, sir. We have an unknown ship heading right for us. Lieutenant Uhura hailed them?
Yes, Captain.
Justin's got a totally different energy than JJ, but is no less confident in his visual point of view and perspective, and it's been great to work with a new director on this film. And I've really respected how he's come in and allowed us to all maintain our connections to each other and to our characters, but really taken the energy of the franchise in a new and exciting direction. It's been really cool to see.
You guys break up? What'd you do?
A typically reductive inquiry, Doctor.
You know, Spock, if an Earth girl says it's me, not you, it's definitely you.
Well, Bones and Spock are historically really diametrically opposed, whereas I think Kirk and Spock are kind of two sides of the same coin. Bones and Spock are just about, you know, as different as you can be, and still be very intelligent and very thoughtful and committed to their work, but just from entirely different modes of operation. And so in this film, they need to find some common ground and really show up for one another in a way that we've never seen them do before. And that was really exciting. I love working with Carl. He's hilarious and brings such a life to the role of Bones that it was great fun to really spend a lot of my time with him on this movie.
Where you get that?
It's my Starfleet insignia.
What does it mean?
Means that I'm an officer of Starfleet, it's, engineering division.
Engineering.
Aye, that's right. I fix things.
I know what is engineering.
It has incredible faith in humanity at its core, and I think that Gene Roddenberry really envisioned a future where humanity comes together and not only sets differences aside, but actually embraces differences and evolves as a result of embracing those differences and learning from them and respecting them and honoring them in one another. And I think that that is an ideal that we can really use a dose of. I've always said this, but being a part of this particular franchise, which has that message at its core, is something that I feel very grateful for. You know, it's a pretty complex and unstable world that we live in right now. So I feel like the idea of everyone laying down their resistance to one another and their judgments of one another and their hatred for one another and coming together for the greater good is really the only thing that's going to steer us to any level of survival through the complications and the catastrophes that lie ahead for us as a human race, whether they're man-made or natural. So I think that's a big part of it, and it's fun, you know. I mean, it's funny, it's got a sense of humor, it doesn't take itself too seriously, Gene Roddenberry, I think, really understood the balance of that in a lot of ways. And I think JJ and now Simon and Doug, and I think the evolution of it has gone even more in that direction.